In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom author box using Elementor and GeneratePress. Hey, Steve here from Coffee Shop Blogger, where I help online business owners get confident with WordPress. So here's the author box that I'm going to be designing in this tutorial. And I've just added it to the bottom of the single post. And I've designed this using Elementor Pro. And this tutorial was actually inspired by another fellow YouTuber, Kevin Powell, where he created a responsive card which looks like this, and he created this using HTML and CSS. And I really liked the tutorial, and his channel is really cool. I'll post a link to this video in the description, and I'll also link to his channel. So this is the responsive card that he designed, and I wondered whether I'd be able to create this using Elementor. And this is what I've come up with. So all credit goes to Kevin for the design. Let's jump into this tutorial so I can show you how I did it. Now there's tons of ways of being able to add an author box to your WordPress website. You can either use a plugin, and if you are actually using Elementor, they do have an author box widget. If I just open up this video, this is what the author box widget looks like, which is fine, but I actually wanted to use something that had a few more things inside the box. So I wanted to be able to add my title and then some social media links as well. So, and I just prefer the design of this layout. Another thing as well with the author box widget that you get with Elementor is to be able to actually display it on a single post, you need to create a template and assign the template as a single post template. So if you're using a design which is generated by your WordPress theme, then you won't be able to add the author box widget to your website. The only way to be able to do it is actually use the Elementor single post templates, which I'm not using. So this is the workaround that I discovered. So before we begin, I just wanted to clear up a few things. You do need Elementor Pro, because I'm going to be making use of the shortcodes. So once we've created the template, I'm going to be using the shortcode, and then I'm going to use GeneratePress, the elements feature. So if I just open up the elements, you can use the elements hook feature to be able to hook the shortcode into your content. And if you want to be able to use this feature with GeneratePress, then you'll need the Pro version of GeneratePress as well. So once you've got those plugins installed, GeneratePress Premium and Elementor Pro, you'll need to create a new template. So come over to Templates and Add New, and then click on Select, and you want to choose a section. And I'm just going to name this author box, and then click on Create Template. And then we don't need this, so you can close that. And we're just going to be working in this section here. So first thing I'm going to do is click on the plus and choose 2 columns. And then I'm going to start adding the features that I want on the left hand side. So the first thing I need is an image, so I'm just going to drag that over, and I'm going to delete this image, and then I'm going to use a dynamic image, and I'm going to use the author profile picture. So it's dynamically bringing in my profile picture, and I'm just going to choose full, and I want to make sure that's in the center. And then I'll come back to that in a minute to style the image, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the whole background a colour. So I'm just going to click on the entire thing, come over to style, and then click on the background here, and I'm just going to use this colour picker that I've got on my browser and copy my main blue colour and just paste that into here. So, and what I want to do is make the column, the left hand column, smaller. So I'm just going to bring that down to about 21. And then this side will be 79%. And then I'm going to add my social media links that I had underneath here. So the social icons are just here, so just drag those over, set them underneath my image, and I'm going to choose those to be a circle, and those are aligned center as well. And I don't want the Google Plus, so I'm going to delete that one, and I'm going to add a new one. And to change it, I just need to click on the icon library. I'm going to just search for Instagram, select that one and insert. And this is just the official colours, so each one is set to the official colour, which is fine. And I also don't want the Facebook one as well, so I'm going to change that to YouTube. So icon library, search for YouTube, and insert, and then I'm going to make them slightly smaller. Let's try 18, that'll do. And I need to select the links to each of these social media accounts as well. So I've actually got them down here, so I'm going to just copy link location and paste those in. And by default, the link options, the open in new window is already selected, so I want to keep that on there. So once I've done that, I'm going to come back over to my image, and I'm going to give it a border, solid, and 3 pixels, and I'm going to change the border color to white, and then I'm going to give it a border radius of 50, and it's 50 all the way around, so it makes the image a circle. So that is the left side of my author box done. And now I need to start adding the content on the right side. So I'm going to come back to my options over here, and I'm going to add a heading. And this is just going to be my name. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add as many options to the author box that will dynamically display the content of the person who's written the blog post. So when you see this box, it's going to be showing underneath a blog post, and depending on who has wrote the blog post, it will display those pieces of information. So all the content that gets displayed in the author box will be dynamically generated, but the only thing that won't be dynamically generated is the social media links. So if you've got more than one author on your blog, then you might not want to display the social media links. So in my case, I'm the only author on my blog, so it doesn't make much difference to me. I can actually have the social media links pointing to my personal social media accounts, and it's not going to matter for the rest of my content on my site because I'm the only author. So if you've got more than one author and you're creating this, and then you come over to here where it says YouTube, and you put your own personal YouTube channel link here, then it's going to show that up on every single author on your website. So I wasn't able to figure out how to dynamically generate that information. So if anyone knows a way of being able to do that, that would be really useful information. So I'd be really grateful if you shared how I'm able to do that in the comments below. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as this. Like I said before, this is actually fine for my case because I'm the only author on the site. But the rest of the content on this author box will be dynamically brought in from the single post itself. So if I come back over to the heading that I added, and then you click on dynamic, if you scroll down to near the bottom, it's got author, and then you've got author info, and I just want to choose author name, and then it's bringing in my name. And I'm not going to add a link to the name, I'm just going to leave that blank. And I'm going to change the HTML tag to H4. And then I'm going to come over to style, change the text color to white. And I'm going to make the text a bit bigger. And then I'm going to add a divider, and this is how you get that line that I had on mine. So I want to change the width. I think mine was about 15%. You can change that to pixels if you like. Really depends on how you want it to be displayed. I just chose 15%. And then the style, it was just changing that to white as well. In fact, I think it was F9, which is like an off-white, very pale grey. And then I actually changed my gap as well. So I think my gap was about 5, and then I also adjusted some of the padding here as well, which I will be doing in a bit. Okay, so then the next piece of information was also just some random text, which is actually just my title. I just added this in. And like I said before, if you've got more than one author, then you might not want to add this piece of information. So there's probably a way of being able to add this information in and dynamically adding it in from, if you use the plugin like Advanced Custom Fields. I might figure out how to do this a little bit down the road and update this tutorial in the future, but for now I'm just going to stick to what I've already done. So I'm just going to style that as well, make that white, and the typography is the same but it's just a bit smaller. I think I made it about 13, and the white is thin and it's uppercase, and I also added some letter spacing, which was just 1. And then the next piece of information is a text editor again, and you want to select dynamic for this one as well. Scroll down to author info, and then it's selected bio as well. So if you actually click on that, you can change the information. You can have it to display your website, email, or the bio. So I'm going to leave it as bio, and then the style is pale grey again. And my text was, I think it was 17, and I think my line height was 1.6. And then the last thing was a button. So I'm just going to add the button here. And the link to the button as well is also dynamic. It's the author URL. It's just going to go to the author page. And I'm going to change the text to all posts. And I'm going to make it extra small. And then click on style and change the font size. I think it was 14. It's uppercase. And then the background color, I think I chose it to be black. And then the hover is the color of the actual box itself. And then I added a border. The border is 3 pixels. And I changed the border to black as well. And then I made the border radius 0, so it's just more square, so that when you hover over, you've just got this black square border. So that's all the information added, and now I just need to sort out this padding here. So I need to select this column, and the widget space, I changed that to 10, and then this divider, the divider was 5, and then I made the margin -5, and then the content marketer. So the content marketer text, I actually used a heading instead of the text editor, and then I customized the style the same, and I made the HTML tag H5, so I can delete that. And now that gives me the right amount of space above and below it. And then I need to add some more space to the bio. The top was about 10 and the bottom is 15. And then I gave this left column some padding. I basically just added 30 pixels around the whole thing. And then I also gave the right column some padding as well, but I only did 25 on top, 25 at the bottom, and 30 on the right. And the left was just left at 0. And that is the author box done. Now, like I said before, I might update this tutorial in the future if I figure out a way of being able to add this author title, the job title, to the user profile, and also the social media links, so that if you do have more than one author on your website, we might be able to get the social media links brought in dynamically for each author on your blog. So, but this is a really good alternative if you've only got one author on your site, instead of using the Elementor author box, which is quite basic. This is just another way of being able to add the author box to your blog posts. So once I've designed it, I need to save that, and then I'm going to go to my WordPress dashboard, And then I'm using GeneratePress, so if you don't use GeneratePress, then you might be able to use some sort of code to be able to bring that code into your template, into your theme. I think some other themes, like the Astra theme, I think they also have like some hooks or functionality that allows you to add in some code to your template, and this is how you do it with GeneratePress. So you just come over to Elements and then Add New, and then you want to choose a hook. And before we do that, we need to find out what the template shortcode is. So come back over to your saved templates, and this is the one I've just created. So over here is the shortcode, so I need to copy that and then paste that into the GeneratePress hook. And then you need to make sure that you execute shortcode and then choose where you want to place the hook, or where you want the hook to be active. And I've chosen content, and then after content. So I'm going to give it a title which is just author box. Let's change that to author box 2 because I've already got one. And then display rules. Choose a location, and the location you want it to be is on your blog posts. So all blog posts. And then publish that. And I'm just going to come back over to my elements, and I'm just going to unpublish this one because that's the one I already created. And now when you view your website and you click on a blog post, scroll down to the bottom and you will see the author box underneath the content. And I also remember that I added some margin to the top of the entire box as well, and so I just forgot to do that one in this author box. But that is how you make a custom author box for your WordPress website using Elementor Pro and GeneratePress Premium. I hope this video has helped you guys, and if you did enjoy this video, please give the video a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss another video when I upload them. And if you have any questions about WordPress or anything to do with setting up your website, leave a comment below with any questions you might have and I will try to answer them. Okay, thanks very much guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.